Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video I am going to be doing another subscriber draws my nails Halloween edition, and for today's video I am going to be using the Beetles nail tips and glue set. If you are interested to see what I'm going to be doing to my nails, then keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is prep my nails. I had actually just taken off this nail set from this hand. As you can see, they kind of do look quite rough, so I am going to go in and shorten them up a little bit and clean them up and prep them for our nail tips. So you've probably seen me prep like 100 times already, but just to quickly go over what I like to do, I'm just going to grab a cuticle pusher, and here I'm just using a wooden disposable cuticle pusher, and I'm just pushing back my cuticles. Next, I'm just going to go in with one of these small little cuticle ball bit with my e-file, and I'm going to go ahead in forward rotation, and I'm going to start by running this along my cuticles. As you can see, it's just really nicely taking all of that dead stuff off, and it's just lifting up that dead cuticle, which is going to be very easy for me to go in and nip off right after I'm done with this. Okay, and once I'm done with that, I'm just going to grab a cuticle nipper and I'm going to nip away all of that dead skin that we had just lifted up. Now, if you're not comfortable using a cuticle nipper, I do not recommend this. I do recommend to just go ahead and skip this step. You do want to be very comfortable using these, otherwise you will cut yourself pretty bad, and we don't want any accidents here. Alright, and once I'm done with that, I'm just going to grab a nail clipper and I'm just going to clip away some of the length. I don't want to clip all of it just because I do want to grow out my nails, so I'm just going to grab my nail clipper and clip just a little bit of them off. Alright, and next I'm just going to take my nail file and file them down to make sure that once they grow out nice and even. And as you can see, I'm not really making them too short because I do want to keep some length as I am trying to grow them out. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take a nail buffer and I'm going to buff my nails, and that's how we are going to prep the nails for our nail tips. And next I'm just going to go into this Beetles Nail Tips and Glue set, and I'm going to go ahead and pick out my sizes. Alright, so I have my sizes picked out. I really like the Beetles tips because I feel like they just fit really nicely. Like, I just had to customize just the one for my pointer finger, which I usually have to do with all the kits. But other than that, I feel like these fit very well, and the sizing is really accurate, so I really like using these ones. Alright, so next I'm just going ahead and taking some alcohol to just clean and dehydrate our nails, really making sure that all of the dust is off of them, and this is also going to act as our dehydrator. So for today, I'm actually going to be using a peel-off base, and this one is from Jellyfit. This is the one that I use all the time whenever I'm using a peel-off base. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply one coat of this on my nails, just because we're going to be doing some Halloween nails, and I'm going to be taking them off soon. Alright, and once I have my peel-off base coat on, I'm ready to apply the tips. And to apply the tips, I am going to use my gooseneck lamp. It just makes life so much easier when you're doing these extensions on yourself. So I do recommend, if you're doing extensions on yourself, to get yourself one of these gooseneck lamps. It just makes everything a lot more like hands-free, and it's just a little bit easier. And of course, we're going to be using the Beetles nail glue. I have actually been using this on myself a lot, and I feel like this is one of the best nail glues I've tried, or the nail gel glues I've tried from a kit from Amazon. So I do recommend this quite a lot. I think it lasts a very long time. I've had sets last about like 5 weeks with this, which is amazing. So I'm going to go in with this now and apply the nails. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my gooseneck lamp. As you can see, it's on the side, but I have all of this space to work on, so it's really great. So of course we're going to start with the pinky, and I'm going to apply some of that nail gel glue in here. Right, and as you can see, I'm just going to grab that and pull it down all the way towards the free edge, and when it reaches the free edge, I'm going to go ahead and cure. Alright, and there's one nail done. I think this is such a good length as well as shape. I really like them, so I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them. So this is what the nails look like on after filing and shaping them, and after putting my nails in a big lamp for a full cure. And honestly, I think they look so good, and this whole entire process on one hand honestly probably took like 5 minutes. So it's super quick and easy. So if you want to do it at home, you definitely can. I really wanted to go over these few products that Born Pretty has sent over to me, and hopefully we can use some stuff out of here because they seem really nice. So this is the first thing. It's a gel color in this very pretty like nude brown color. So I'm gonna see if we can use this in the set because this is a gorgeous shade of brown. Then we have the metallic drawing gels, which you probably have seen me use multiple times on my channel because I already own this and I love it. Then there's some rhinestone glue gel, so let's see if we can incorporate some rhinestones and see if we can use this. And then there is also a 5D solid gel, and this one's an eggshell, so it's just a clear gel with some like black specks on it. Let me see if I can swatch some out and show you what it looks like. I think this is really cool, and I think it's very much on theme, and we might be able to use this for something, but we'll see. It's really cool. And then we have a gel polish again in this super fancy little packaging. This is from their Pro collection, and it's again a very pretty fancy little packaging which looks like this, and it's like a beautiful matte package. And this is in, oh, it's a rubber base gel. So if you are using these Beetles Nail Gel Tips and you feel like you want more strength, you can definitely go in and use a product like this and you'll be all good. It just adds some extra strength, so that's really exciting and really cool. So let's see if we can use these products. So now let's get into the nail design. So I had a subscriber send in this nail design right here. It's a Halloween nail design, and it seems super complicated, and it has a lot of different nail designs and elements in it, which is why I'm super excited to do this because each nail is different, and I feel like it's going to be a big challenge for me. So I'm super excited. So let's just get right into it. Alright, and as you can see, I think the thumbnail is going to be the most complicated, so I'm going to leave that to the end, and I'm going to go ahead and do the pinky with this eyeball nail design. So let's get into it. Alright, so for the first nail, I'm just going to grab this white gel polish from, I don't even know what the brand is, Mitzi, I think, from Amazon, and I'm going to go ahead and paint my whole entire nail with the white, and I'm going to go ahead and cure and give this 2 coats. Alright, next I'm just going to take this crayon gel in black, so it's just a black gel paint, and I'm going to actually put some on my palette. And I'm going to use a super thin brush to do this design, and we are going to make a little eyeball. Alright, and we're going to make an eye from this, so I'm just going to grab some of that gel on a super thin brush, and we are going to start by making, I guess, like 2 C's, and we're going to join them. I think this placement is pretty good of where it is in the picture. Alright, I like that, and I'm going to go ahead and connect them. Okay, I like how that looks. I'm going to go ahead and flash cure that. Alright, next I'm going to add the lashes, and the lashes, there's only, I think, like 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and flash cure that. Alright, and for the eyeball, I'm going to be using the Saviland like pink reddish color. It's a number 32, and I'm going to use that for the middle part of our nail. And for that, I'm actually just going to be using like a nail, like a dotting tool. And I'm going to use that for our eyeball. And once that's cured, I'm going to take that same dotting tool and grab a little bit of black, and I'm going to carefully place that right in the middle as well. Alright, and for that little bit of highlight, I'm going to take that same dotting tool and apply a little tiny dot of white. Alright, and for the blood, I was actually going through all of my colors and nothing seemed like it was the right color until I found this one in my collection. It's just a small IBD gel art polish one, and I think it's like the perfect like blood color. It's not really that red, it's more like a burnt color, which I really like, a more burnt red color, which is very nice. It seems like it's going to be super pigmented. Okay, so I'm just going to use the brush that comes with this polish just because it is supposed to be like a nail art type of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and outline this really quick. Yes, I'm just going to start off by outlining it, and then I'm going to put some, sorry, I don't know if you can see that little bit sticking out. So I'm going to take my cuticle nipper and I'm going to make this brush quite a lot more straight. Okay, I think I got it. Ooh, that looks so good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cure that. So the next part of this is the writing that says I see you. I'm actually for this one not going to use this brush that comes with the polish, and I'm going to use that same very thin brush that I was using earlier, and I'm just going to wipe off the black, and I'm going to use that to do the writing. Writing is always super hard, I feel like, so hopefully this turns out good. Okay, so it's I'm gonna do the C first just because it's in the middle, and I'll be able to kind of map everything around that then. So I'm going to do the C first and kind of hold my breath while I do this. And next I'm going to take some of that color again, and I'm going to start by making little drips. Alright, so for the next nail, I'm just going to grab a black gel polish, and I'm just using one from IBD called Black Lava, and I'm going to paint the whole entire nail with black. And then, of course, as you can see, this is going to need 2 coats of polish. We're going to make sure that we get it all the way close. I'm just going in with some alcohol to wipe off the sticky, tacky layer, just so when I do my designs, they're not going to bleed, because I'm going to need a very crisp white line. Alright, next going in with our little ghosts. Let's see how I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to do really good on this, but let's give it a go. So there's a ghost peeking out of the corner, which is the one I'm going to do first, just because it's not a full ghost. Okay, not too bad, I guess, but this is going to be hard. I wish it was just like a solid color of ghost, but it isn't. It's a little outline of a ghost, so I feel like it's a little bit harder. Okay, and for the eyes and mouth, I'm just gonna take a smaller dotting tool and I'm going to start by kind of dotting the eyes and then the mouth. Okay, that's so cute. I'm gonna go ahead and cure that and put some top coat on it. Alright, so for the next nail, the background is a red color, but I just feel like the red just kind of looks like it's not part of it. So I am going to continue using that like blood drip color and put that as my base for the pumpkin. I know it's not the exact same as the picture, but I'm just taking some creative freedom here and I'm going to be using that base color just so everything ties in together at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the middle finger and the pointer finger with this like gel color that I used for the blood drips. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and wipe off that tacky layer from these as well. Okay. Ooh, that looks gorgeous matte. Wow. That is such a pretty color. But this is the reason why I go in and wipe them, because there's usually that little bit of like tacky layer that's on there. So then when I put like a color on, it just likes to bleed, which is what we don't want. So I just wipe it clean to avoid that. Also, this looks so cool. All right, I love this color matte. Okay, so now let's go on with our pumpkin nail, and for this I'm going to be using another one from that like fall collection that I had gotten off of Amazon, and it's like this perfect like orange pumpkinish color. So I'm going to apply that on my palette. I am also going to be using the Born Pretty gel color, the one that I had just mentioned earlier, and this is like a brown taupe color. So I'm going to be using this for my shadows, as well as the shading and all, and I think it's gonna look perfect. I'm just gonna get this color and start by just kind of laying down the shape that I want for my pumpkin. And the dotting tool really helps with that, I feel. It just kind of gets the color on there quite fast, and it just kind of helps everything apply faster. I think I need to go a little bit bigger just because in the picture I feel like the pumpkin takes the whole nail, like it goes all across. So we're going to do the same thing as well. Just going to clean it up a little bit at the bottom. Alright, I'm just gonna wait a moment before I cure it just so it kind of self-levels out. It is gel, so gel usually self-levels. So I'm just gonna wait a few moments before I place this into the lamp. Alright, so I didn't let it cure like a whole minute. I kind of took it out after maybe like 20 seconds just because I don't want it to be super cured. Because I want to be able to add this darker color and add the shading in. So I'm going to go in with a different brush. It's still thin, but I just want to get something that's a little bit more shorter just so I can add the lines in. And I'm going to add the shadowing using this color right here. And I'm just going to wipe my nail brush off. And I'm going to go back to those lines and blend them out now. Cute. That's a cute pumpkin. Now it's time to make it a little bit more creepy looking by adding like the jack-o'-lantern face. Okay, now time to make the eyes. So I'm going to start off with, I think, one like that, And let's do the same thing on the other eye or other side, trying to line it up. All right, that's not too bad. This one just happened to be a lot more bigger, so I'm just going to try to line this up. And I feel like this is going to be one of those situations where it's like eyeliner, that as soon as I try to make this one match, it's gonna go bigger, and before we know it, we're gonna have very big eyes, but I think that looks fine. All right, next it's time for the nose, and the nose is just like a triangle. Okay, that is a scary but cute pumpkin, so I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. Okay, and I do feel like it's missing a little bit of something, like a little bit more shadowing in the stem part. So I'm just adding like a little line of black in here, and then I'm going to take a brush and try to blend it out and use it as, I guess, some shadows. Yeah, that's perfect. Just to, again, just add a little bit more depth. I just feel like it needs a little bit more of like a harsher shadow stuff. So I'm going to go in and add a little bit more shading. All right, and for the skull, I'm going to follow the same idea. I'm going to use that large dotting tool, and I'm going to use that to get the shape of the skull. So let's start. It's kind of more like a round part on top. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm gonna go in with my very thin brush now, and I'm going to clean it up a little bit just on the edges, making sure that they're nice and sharp and crisp. Okay, and I think once I'm happy with that, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of make the teeth part. I'm not too sure what that's called. I guess teeth. Okay, and next for adding the eyes, I'm going to use the dotting tool again. That's literally been my best friend, I feel like, for this nail look, but it's just because it really works amazing. So for this one, again, I'm gonna add the eyes. Let's just dot them and place them out first, and then we will make them look more skull-like. All right, and then I'm going to take the smaller dotting tool I have, and I will do like the heart shape, I guess. And it's just like and it just seems like it's like an upside down heart shape. And it does seem like there's some like shading, so I'm going to go ahead and do the shading now. I would have done it before if I remembered or if I had noticed it before, but I've just noticed some shading on it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, for the last nail, I'm going to be taking the lightest gray I have, and I'm going to be using that as the background. just because that's what it is in the picture, and this is the nail that I've been so scared to do because I don't know how it's going to turn out. And it definitely looks like it's going to be the most complicated. So I'm not so excited to do this one. Okay, so for this nail, I'm not too sure where I'm going to start. Oh, I'm so scared. Okay, let's start with the hair. And let's just break it up in, I guess, like shapes. I'm just gonna break it up in shapes, and I'm going to do the hair first. And it looks like it's like a dead bride or something. So let's do that and just kind of get like a general shape. Okay, I think the placement is right for that. Okay. Next, I'm going to go in with a brush. I just think that it's going to give me more of a cleaner look, and it's just going to give me more control over what I'm doing. And I'll be able to get more of like a hair texture. But I am going to go in after when I'm done the body, I think, and go in with this and do the hair again and really make the texture come to life. Just because right now I think I'm gonna have to keep it like a block. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to keep it like a block right now. Okay, so that's the hair. I'm gonna go ahead and cure this. Next, I'm gonna go in with the very thin brush I've been using, and I'm going to try to outline the body really quickly. Just editing me popping in here just to let you know that I'm not too sure why my camera didn't record the rest of the details I was doing, but after this I just filled it in with some white, and then I used a brown color from Born Pretty as well as some black and just made it look rough. I also did go in and add a necklace as well as a bridal veil. Alright, and next what's left is just to add some little blood spots. So I'm just going to take that same color and I'm going to use my brush to just kind of blot in some blood spots. And for the flowers, I think I'm going to use again that same maroonish color we've been using. And I'm just going to use a dotting tool to dot out the flowers, and then we'll use some green for the stem. And I'm going to go ahead and find a green. Oh, we also have some shoes for her. There's so much detail in this. Okay, so we need to put some shoes in as well. And they just seem like they're in white. So let's just add some shoes really quick. And then make those look all muddy as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and add little shoes like this. Okay, and I'm just going to again add some depth in it just by adding some black, maybe. Yeah, maybe we'll just add some black and shade that in. And then let's add some of that orange, why not? Just add maybe some of that orange. All right, that's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. All right, so for the stem, I'm going to use green with Enwheat, and we're just going to need like the smallest amount of that because we just are going to be using that for the stems of flowers. I'm also going to maybe add a little bit more detail in the hair just so it doesn't look like it's a straight up black little block. So I'm just going to again take some of the black with my brush and add a little bit of details. I'm going to cure that, and then again I'm still going to add a little bit of dimension in there, and we're probably just going to use that brown color, the one from Born Pretty, and kind of add, I guess, like highlights. Alright, and this is the nail set complete. I'm super happy with how they turned out. I think they're so cute and very much on theme for Halloween. So thank you for my subscriber for sending this in to me and letting me recreate one of these designs again. I'm super happy with how they turned out. I definitely do recommend getting yourself some of these Beetles nail tips. And also don't forget to go onto Born Pretty's website and pick up some nail goodies for a very good affordable price. And you can use the code provided in my description below to get some money off. They are amazing products and definitely worth it. If you do decide to recreate this nail design, don't forget to tag me, and if you do want to send me a nail drawing that you want me to recreate, definitely do so as well by just DMing it on Instagram. If you did enjoy this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, and also do not forget to subscribe while you are at it. And I shall see you all in my next video. Bye!